Imagine a life where no matter what chaos swirls around you, your mind remains calm, your emotions steady, and your presence magnetic. Picture a version of yourself that radiates such control and confidence that people, especially women, are drawn to you not because of what you say, but because of the energy you carry. This is the power of Stoicism, and once you master it, women will never ignore you again. There's a profound truth that few men understand. Most people, men and women alike, are slaves to their emotions. They are tossed around by every fleeting feeling, swayed by every external event, and ruled by the whims of others. But there's another way. A way of being so centered, so self-controlled, that nothing outside of you can touch your inner peace. This is the path of Stoicism. It's not about manipulation, nor is it about following some trick to get attention. It's about becoming the kind of man who commands respect and admiration simply by existing. In this video, we will explore how the timeless teachings of Stoicism can help you develop a mindset so powerful that women will find it impossible to ignore you. Along the way, we'll dive deep into the philosophies of great Stoic minds like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, showing you how to apply their wisdom to your life in ways that will transform not just your relationships, but your entire existence. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. You'll want to watch this entire video because the secrets we're about to share are more than just tricks. They're a path to becoming the best, most grounded version of yourself, a version no one, especially women, can overlook. His strength of inner stillness. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, most people are in a constant state of distraction. Their minds race from one thought to the next, overwhelmed by the demands of everyday life, and their emotions are triggered by every external event. But the Stoic man operates differently. He understands that true power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering himself. This is the essence of inner stillness, the ability to remain calm and composed no matter what life throws at you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." For the Stoic man, this principle is non-negotiable. He knows that the world will always be full of noise, distractions, and chaos, but he refuses to let any of it disturb his inner peace. When a man achieves this level of mastery over his emotions, people naturally take notice. He becomes a presence in the room, a quiet strength that draws others in, and women in particular are drawn to this energy. They sense the calm confidence that comes from a man who is not swayed by the turbulence around him. It's important to note that this isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending to be indifferent. Stoicism doesn't teach us to ignore our feelings, but to understand them, control them, and rise above them. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." A Stoic man does not react impulsively. He pauses, he reflects, and only then does he respond, always from a place of control and composure. This level of emotional mastery creates a magnetic pull that people can't resist. Women, especially, are drawn to men who exhibit this rare trait because it signals maturity, strength, and a deep sense of self-awareness. In a world where most people are emotionally reactive, being the one who remains calm in the face of adversity sets you apart. It makes you memorable. It makes you attractive. The Stoic man's power comes from within, and that power radiates outward, making him a beacon in a sea of chaos. Women never ignore a man who possesses this kind of inner stillness, because it represents everything that is rare and valuable in a chaotic world. But achieving this level of emotional control doesn't happen overnight. It requires daily practice, reflection, and an unwavering commitment to self-improvement. The Stoic man understands that life will always test him, and it is through these tests that he strengthens his resolve. Every challenge, every moment of discomfort is an opportunity to practice inner stillness, and over time, this practice becomes second nature. He no longer has to force himself to remain calm. It simply becomes who he is. The power of purpose. Another quality that sets Stoic men apart is their unwavering sense of purpose. In a world where many people drift aimlessly from one pursuit to the next, constantly seeking validation or fulfillment from external sources, the Stoic man knows exactly what he stands for. He is guided by a clear set of principles and a deep sense of purpose that drives his actions. This sense of purpose is incredibly attractive because it signals confidence, direction, and leadership. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." The Stoic man takes this to heart. He doesn't waste his time or energy on trivial pursuits or shallow desires. Instead, he focuses his efforts on what truly matters, living a life of virtue, wisdom, and purpose. This clarity of purpose gives him a sense of direction that is both rare and inspiring. Women are naturally drawn to men who know what they want out of life and who pursue their goals with determination and focus. But how does one cultivate this sense of purpose? It begins with self-reflection. The Stoic man regularly takes the time to reflect on his values, his goals, and his actions. He asks himself, "What am I living for? What legacy do I want to leave behind? What do I truly value in this life?" By constantly revisiting these questions, he refines his sense of purpose and ensures that his actions align with his deepest values. This clarity not only guides his decisions, but also gives him the confidence to navigate life's challenges with grace and resolve. When a man has a strong sense of purpose, it shows in everything he does. He moves with intention, speaks with conviction, and carries himself with a quiet confidence that commands respect. This sense of purpose is magnetic because it signals strength, leadership, and a deep understanding of oneself. Women are naturally drawn to men who possess this kind of inner clarity because it provides a sense of stability and security in an otherwise uncertain world. The unshakable confidence of a Stoic. Confidence is often misunderstood as arrogance or bravado, but true confidence, the kind that commands attention without uttering a single word, is something much deeper. It is the quiet assurance that comes from knowing yourself, mastering your emotions, and living in alignment with your principles. This is the kind of confidence that Stoic men possess, and it is a confidence that women find impossible to ignore. This confidence doesn't come from external sources like wealth, status, or physical appearance. Instead, it is born from within. The Stoic man knows that his worth is not determined by how the world sees him, but by how he sees himself. He doesn't need validation from others because he is secure in his own identity. This inner security is incredibly powerful because it allows him to move through life with a sense of ease and grace that is both rare and captivating. In the words of Epictetus, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The Stoic man understands that true freedom and true confidence comes from mastering oneself. He has learned to control his emotions, his desires, and his impulses, and in doing so, he has freed himself from the need for external validation. This kind of self-mastery gives him an unshakable confidence that radiates from within. It's not loud or boastful, it's quiet, steady, and undeniable. Women are drawn to this kind of confidence because it signals strength, maturity, and a deep sense of self-awareness. A man who is secure in himself doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. He doesn't seek approval or try to impress others. Instead, he simply exists in a state of calm assurance, knowing that he is in control of his own destiny. This kind of confidence is magnetic because it stands in stark contrast to the insecurity and neediness that so many people display in their interactions. The Stoic man's confidence is also rooted in his understanding that life is unpredictable and full of challenges. He knows that he cannot control what happens to him, but he can control how he responds. This knowledge gives him a sense of inner peace and resilience that is unshakable. No matter what life throws at him, he remains calm, composed, and confident in his ability to handle whatever comes his way. The art of detachment. One of the most profound lessons that Stoicism teaches is the art of detachment, the ability to let go of what you cannot control. This principle is not about indifference or apathy, but about freeing oneself from the emotional turmoil that comes from clinging to things beyond our control. When a man masters the art of detachment, he becomes emotionally invincible. He no longer allows external events or the opinions of others to dictate his happiness or sense of self-worth. This level of emotional freedom is incredibly attractive because it signals strength, independence, and a deep sense of self-mastery. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." The Stoic man takes this to heart. He understands that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from within. He does not allow himself to become attached to outcomes, whether in relationships, career, or any other aspect of life. Instead, he focuses on what he can control: his thoughts, his actions, and his responses to the world around him. This detachment allows him to move through life with a sense of calm and confidence that is unshakable. In the context of relationships, this detachment is incredibly powerful. Women are drawn to men who are emotionally independent, men who do not seek validation or approval from others. When a man is detached from the need for external validation, he becomes more attractive because he exudes a sense of inner strength and confidence. He is not easily swayed by the opinions of others, and this makes him stand out in a world where so many people are desperate for attention and approval. The Stoic man's detachment also allows him to navigate the complexities of relationships with grace and maturity. He does not become overly attached to the outcome of a relationship, nor does he allow himself to be consumed by emotions when things do not go as planned. Instead, he remains calm, composed, and in control of his emotions. This level of emotional maturity is incredibly attractive because it signals strength, resilience, and a deep understanding of oneself. In conclusion, the art of detachment is one of the most powerful tools that Stoicism offers. When a man masters this skill, he becomes emotionally invincible. He no longer allows external events or the opinions of others to dictate his happiness or sense of self-worth. This level of emotional freedom is incredibly attractive because it signals strength, independence, and a deep sense of self-mastery. Women are naturally drawn to men who possess this kind of emotional freedom because it represents everything that is rare and valuable in a chaotic world.